Hey you guys, you're watching Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works, and I am your Friday vlogger, Leanna. So, of course I'm doing this right before I go to bed, and I'm exhausted. Today's topic is the mental game. What goes through my head, and am I winning, I think. Sorry, my husband has the iPad and that has the question on it. But I've said this, I think, in almost every single video. The mental game is extremely difficult for me. It's the hardest part of this, journey. And, going into having weight loss surgery, I didn't think I had mental issues, if you will call it that. And I thought I just had an issue with food portions. So I figured that having the lap band would control my portions, and I can control what I ate and what I didn't eat. And I think the first 6 months to a year, you're in that so-called honeymoon phase. And, you're really go-getter and on top of things and making great choices and changing old habits, and it seemed to be easier to say no to certain food choices, And for me, it was the first 6 months. The first 6 months, it was easy for me to say no to the junk and whatnot. And, I didn't have a problem with that. And then after that, it seemed to get harder and harder, and I started to give in more to things and started to realize I was able to eat anything and everything that I wanted. And then those choices became even harder. And then it was, I would go so many days of, good choices, and then, what was it? I think I would do like 4 days of like good choices and then 3 days of bad choices, and I would still lose a pound or two. And so I got on that cycle, and then it became okay, now I'm not losing weight. So then I had to change up my mental game and really talk myself out of those choices that I shouldn't be having. So I would say I win maybe 60% of the time of the mental game, and there's still a good 40% of the time that I'm not winning. So, ultimately my goal would be at one point to be winning the mental game, 90% of the time, and 10% of the time, not. And, I'm over 2 years out, and it gets better with time. So, I'm, like I said, 2 years out, and I haven't, regained all my weight back and, had to start all over again. So, that's something I can say I have never done in my entire life. So, to some or most extent, I'm winning, the mental game, because I haven't regained everything back. And, I have to look at the positives with that and see how far I've come mentally, and know that, I don't have to have that dessert or have to have, this or that. I can, survive, a while without it, and, maybe treat myself later on to it. So, like I said, this mental thing is really hits home for me, and it's what I struggle with the most. And I just take it day by day, choice by choice, and meal by meal, because I could go completely downhill with one meal and then, okay, I'm not going to let this ruin my whole day. So, and also it's okay, well, I'll just pick things back up tomorrow instead of, okay, I'll just pick things up next week. So, a lot of things have changed in my mental world, and I've also, what helps me mentally is knowing that I have this tool inside me. I have this lap band. I have this weight loss tool. That's a constant reminder mentally that I did this for a reason, and I need to stick with it. And this was a last resort for me. So, this is my only option, and I need to make it work. So, I make it work one way or another, and that's my biggest reminder mentally, is the fact that I have this tool permanently in me. So, I hope this kind of helps somebody. So, I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Maybe here, there, maybe everywhere.